right?
Good morning. Not morning.
All right. How you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you.
It's BeardWags time, Stephen.
It's time to record some BeardWags.
And this is a bonus episode.
Yeah, a little bit special.
A little bit, because it's a bonus episode.
We said we'd do these sometimes. We'd talk about different, more specific things than just an episode where we talk about everything. So we want to talk about music at some point in the future and TV shows and movies, and we'll probably do dedicated episodes that are a little bit shorter but a bit more focused on one subject.
Absolutely.
And we'll probably do maybe a few more of these because it's about something I'm passionate about and I like talking about it. So
yeah. Oh, on this specific subject.
Yeah, but we can work it into the normal episodes when I just want to do a quick update.
I think the reason for these is because you'll probably see by the last episode we went off on a tangent. I mean, our introduction alone was half an hour.
Yeah.
So this is a very focused episode. It's like a quickie. We'll call it. We don't have to think of
We're
a
not
name.
calling it a
doesn't
quickie.
have. No. Okay.
It's just going to be BeardWags episode Magic the Gathering.
Magic the Gathering.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. A
I
passion of yours?
understand it is a passion of mine. It hasn't been for long, but it is now. But do you want to start by talking about Liverpool? You've got some questions, I think.
Yeah. So about a month ago, 3 weeks.
Yeah, first weekend of March.
Okay. Yeah. So pretty much 3 weeks ago, Steve went to a Magic the Gathering tournament up in Liverpool.
I did.
Which was called
Just Grand Prix Liverpool.
Grand Prix Liverpool.
They run 54 Grand Prix a year.
Okay. All around the country.
All around the world. All around the world. We only get two in the UK this year. We get
London
Liverpool
and Liverpool.
London. Yeah.
Why Liverpool?
Big convention hall.
Okay.
Fairly easy to get to. Not easy, but people from the north can get there. People from Ireland can get there. People from Wales can get there.
Oh yeah.
So I'd imagine they have to pick big cities. So like last year they did one in Manchester. So next year, you never know. I'd like to see one in Brighton.
Could be Worthing.
The Brighton Centre could hold a GP.
It could. I guess a lot of trade shows, I guess, and stuff like that wouldn't come to Brighton because it's like on the edge.
Yeah, I guess.
But do you know what? People have to compromise. So
a lot of big stuff comes to Brighton.
Yeah.
So they could do it in Brighton, I reckon.
So I think we should talk about that. First of all, it was your birthday last week.
It was.
And I've been saying, which you may have thought it was just an excuse because I hadn't got you a present. But I've been saying all week, oh, you'll get your present when we record. Because I wanted to actually, I thought it would be cool to give it to you when people can hear.
Sure.
And maybe I'll film it as well for the YouTube channel.
Okay.
Which you should subscribe to, by the way.
Yeah, YouTube. Search for BeardWags.
Wags.
Yeah.
All one word.
BeardWags.
Yeah. What am I doing? Filming. Okay. It's nothing special. Don't get your hopes up. But it is quite a visual thing. And it's not my cock, I promise. It's just something that I think you'll appreciate on a personal level.
Okay.
So, here you are. Hi, Steve.
Hello.
Oh, no. It's gone blurry. Wait. Focus.
Just wait whilst he gets this set up.
Why is it blurry?
Have you got jizz on the camera?
Not this time. Oh, there you go. It's Steve without a beard.
Hey.
You may know. I guess you've talked about needing machine to sleep in previous episodes.
Yeah.
So the lack of beard is purely for medical reasons. So if you're criticising it, fuck you. You're mean.
Yeah.
So if you're watching, oh cool. If you're listening, and then you'll be like, hey, I'm going to watch the video, and then it will be sort of like Inception, but really shit.
Yeah, really shit Inception.
So here's your present. It didn't work out exactly as I'd hoped because of the quality of the printer I was using, but I feel like you may appreciate it nonetheless.
Thank you very much.
Can you show the camera, please, Stephen? It is a magic. Well, it's not real. It's a homemade magic card of Stephen, Chief of the White, and as you can see, you're white flavored as well. Not flavored. What's it called? Genre.
It's a white card.
Yeah.
It says haste, tap it. Stephen wags his beard, causing all non-bearded creatures to wish they had beardy beards. And a white and a black, destroy target creature by recounting a story of my old mum.
Which is what.
And you've even put Alex Farnham, happy 28th birthday, Steve.
Yeah.
23rd of the 3rd. That is really thoughtful.
Isn't it cool?
That's really nice. Thank you.
I hope you like it. Now, I was hoping it's not very sharp, but again, because of the quality of the printer.
I think it's really awesome.
But I just like it's the thought that counts.
That's my
Yay!
face.
That's your face.
Without beard.
So I hope you like it. I'm sorry it's not like
No, I
anything
like
grand.
it. It's really cool.
There
It's
you go.
thoughtful.
So that's the video.
Thank you.
I just you gotta see a bit of me for a sec because hey baby, is it blurry?
No. Your face just always looks like that. You're a little bit red-cheeked. It looks like
Am I?
you've
Well,
been-
I had a really hot shower,
Yeah,
so
and you've been swigging gin.
swigging gin. So, yeah, and that's you guys. Well, it's not. It's what you'll hear. I'm dragging on a bit.
Yeah.
Got some beers, gin and tonic. No, what is it?
JD and Coke.
JD and Coke. All right. See you late. See you later, Stephen.
See ya. Thank you. I appreciate
You're welcome.
that. That's nice. Do you want to ask me some questions?
Yes.
Let's get.
So happy 28th birthday for Monday.
Thank you.
Here's my book.
It's nice. Nice notepad.
It's actually I've got it upside down. Wouldn't be the first time.
Ew.
Right. So Grand Prix Liverpool was beginning of March.
Yep.
Don't look at my book because I got the answers to some questions and stuff.
I'm not looking.
I'm not
I'm
booking.
looking at you.
Okay. Here's looking at you, kid. I got just 5 questions. They're not like testy questions.
No.
They're just like about your experience. So imagine I'm Paxman and you're David Cameron.
Yeah. Less of a cunt?
Yeah. Both of us can be less of a cunt.
No, because Paxman always sucks up to Cameron. So
Do you reckon? Well,
didn't you see it like the other day?
oh no, I didn't watch it.
Where like he basically may as well have had Cameron's balls in his mouth. Do you know what I mean? Like
That would be a question time to remember.
I would watch that. That would be interesting.
There'll be a lot of questions.
So you're Paxman and I'm someone a bit more interesting than David
Yeah.
Cameron.
I'm Paxman and you're Steve White.
Sure.
Okay. So, Grand Prix Liverpool, what was your best moment?
Best moment.
No, and we'll start it on a high because I know that overall it was a bit of a disappointment.
Yeah. Do you know what? Performance-wise, yes. But in terms of it, I don't have a best moment because I enjoyed it all. And I know some people who lose stuff say that with a little bit of resentment, like, oh yeah, but it was all about the fun. And ultimately, going to a tournament, you want to have fun, but you want to win.
Well, you could have been like, my best moment was leaving.
Yeah,
that's pretty obvious.
No, my best moment was the whole thing because I like being in a place where there's lots of other people that like the things I like are there. Comic conventions are one of my favourite things ever because I am in a room. I mean, we might have differing opinions on comics, but generally I'm in a room filled with people who aren't going to take the piss unless they're cunts, and there are a few of them, but generally
some people are cunts.
there are people who are in the room with me who are there to have fun, read comic books, and in this case to play Magic. So being in a room filled with people that appreciate Magic the Gathering, whether that be on a fun level or on a competitive level, was mesmerising. And walking into that hall and looking around, I was just like, wow, this is awesome. I need to go to more of these things.
If nothing else, it inspired you to do it again.
Definitely.
Like you could have come out just completely fucked from it all. Like, I mean, you didn't do well. You said we'll get onto that, but at least you still kept that inspiration to go, do you know what, this was awesome, I'm coming back.
My first ever Friday Night Magic, I got my ass handed to me because I played with a crappy little intro deck.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people who probably would have been like, that's it, you know, I'm obviously not that good at it, or I'm not having fun, so I'm not going to do it again. But I got my ass handed to me, and then I thought, how can I not get my ass handed to me next time I come? So the next tournament will be different, I hope. I mean, just to qualify, this one was a sealed event, so 6 boosters, build a deck. Not my favourite format. I'm not going to blame my success or failure on the format, because someone who wants to be good at something is good at every format that you play.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, in the current format, which is Dragons of Tarkir, Fate Reforged, sealed is very dependent on the bombs, the good rares you open.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I didn't. But I'm sure there'll be some questions on my performance.
Yeah. Well, the next one after best moment. So best moment was the overall experience of doing it. Okay, I can dig that. Worst moment?
Probably looking back on the cards I opened and realising I could have put together a better deck.
See, that's something that comes with your knowledge of the game and how to play it.
Yeah,
at least you are thinking that.
I got cocky, I would say, and I played an inconsistent 4-colour deck when I should have played a consistent 2-colour deck with a potential splash of a third colour. I opened some good Mardu cards, for those that know. Brutal Horde Chief, Mardu Ascendancy, 2 Mardu Charms, very strong. The rest were decent Black-White Warriors. I should have made Black-White Warriors splash red. Instead, I opened up Dune Blast and a couple of other good green cards and went, fuck it, let's make a 4-colour deck and just see what happens.
You went full retard.
I went full retard.
As
You
they
never
say.
go full retard.
No.
In hindsight, I realised that splashing those colours was a bad idea. I should have played 3 colours with consistent 2 and splash for red.
Yeah.
And I had a decent amount of mana fixing for red. So,
Okay.
but who knows? I may have put together that deck and still done the same. My round 1 opponent had 2 Tasiga Golden Fangs, and I just couldn't beat it. My second round opponent had 2 of the whites. Sieges, I've forgotten what it's called, but basically you put 2 counters on a creature every turn. He had 2 of them. He hit 2 of them over 2 turns. I couldn't do anything about it.
I mean, even with a better hand, that would have been very tough to beat.
I would say so, but it's not impossible. But that was probably my worst moment, is just looking back and going, do I say worst? Reflective?
Less, what's the word? Less successful moment.
Yeah, I could have done better, is what I think I realised, and it's disappointing because I could have put together a better deck. In a way, though, I've learned from it, so next time there's a sealed event, I think I could do better.
Okay.
I have played in sealed events since, actually.
And sealed events are where you open your packs and you don't know what... Okay, so it's not like... I mean, if you were to go in with a pre-built deck, you probably would have done a lot better because you've been smashing it with your deck at Friday Night Magic.
If you have a pre-built deck, you can... If you're playing standard or modern, you can test it before you go. You can get together with people, test the decks, learn what decks are the best, find ways to answer them. You have a lot more time to prepare, and I think the next one in London, which is standard, I will have a better chance of doing well at that one because I will be testing beforehand.
And when's that in London?
August, I think.
And you're going?
I'm going, yeah. Oh, yeah, of course.
Cool. Well, that can maybe be our next dedicated Magic episode is after that, because that is actually not that long away.
No, it's not too far away at all.
So if you know what, practice and actually be good this time.
Yeah, I think so.
Just kidding. The best card you pulled.
Oh,
that made it worth go. Like, was there a card that you pulled and then you thought, well, this has made it worth signing up for?
In my packs over the weekend, probably not. I played a lot of sealed events. I opened a lot of packs. I didn't get much back in the way of value, but the best card was probably the GP promo card, Grizzlebrand, which I'll show you now. I know the people listening can't see it.
We can do like another video, maybe, like in those books which are like, now press track 8 on your player.
Well, my idea was always to do the podcast and do the blog on the website and be like, look at this thing what we talked about. But yeah, I mean,
well, we could do that because we need to both write our intro blogs to the website, which we haven't actually done.
No, we'll do
content is king. That's what I've learned about websites, ladies and gentlemen. We don't have content.
So one cool thing was on the Friday night.
Hang on, wait. I'll do another video. We may not even put these on YouTube. So
no. But it's so on the Friday night they did a live stream from PAX East, which is a gaming convention.
Yeah.
Have you heard of PAX East?
No.
PAX is where they do all the gaming announcements and stuff. And Magic had a panel there, and they did a live stream to Liverpool, and we were allowed to ask them questions, and they messaged them over.
Oh, cool.
So it's coming from America, but they were like, "Here's a question from Liverpool," and we got given the promo that they were giving out.
Oh, that's cool.
It's not the best card, but it's a cool little promo. It says convention on it and stuff.
And it's foil.
It's foil.
Well, all promos are foil, aren't they? That was.
It's a nice little one. And then for actually going to the Grand Prix, you get given a promo Grizzlebrand, which is quite a sought-after card, as I understand it. Although a fair few of them will have been given out at the GP. But
yeah.
That would be the Grand Prix one.
Oh, let me just focus. Oh, yeah. Oh, cool. Okay.
The side vendors were already selling
card.
these for like 20 quid. So.
Wow.
And we got the playmat as well, the Heir of the Wilds playmat.
Okay.
Which was, it's not the best artwork on it, but it does say Grand Prix Liverpool. It's quite nice.
Wicked.
So it was worth going for that. In terms of best cards opened in packs, we opened a few bomby cards, I guess. Butcher of the Horde's all right. It's not worth much. Tasigur, worth a little bit. We opened a couple of those. Couple of fetch lands, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst. I got some okay cards, but the promos, the playmat, some of the freebies were worth going for.
Yeah. And also, I mean, you did a few pictures and some tweets and stuff, and you were a little bit overwhelmed is quite strong, but I mean, you were inspired by going to see and like just how many people were playing there in such a big room.
Biggest one in England, I think.
Wow.
Final amount of people playing was just shy of 1,800.
That's
in the main
pretty
event.
cool. That is a lot of
awesome.
people.
Yeah, it's really good. The atmosphere is just awesome. I mean, even if you go to one, you're
Even
new
just
to
to
Magic,
watch,
and you go and play in side events, and just try and win prize tickets in the side events. It's worth it. You know, if you're overwhelmed by the main event, go and play in side events. If you're in London, you're new to Magic, go play in side events. It's so much fun.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, do that. I don't know if many of our listeners will be thinking, I want to get into Magic, but if you are, like, it's one of Steve's favourite things to talk about. So email and let him know. Ask him any question you have, and you'll probably have the answer to it at this stage. You say you haven't been playing a long time, but it's been about a year.
Nearly a year, yeah. So I suppose it's a while.
You're already, like, a very good player.
I suppose so. It's dependent, isn't it? There's more you can learn, but everyone can.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you want to email, if you're unsure about it, email in questions. Maybe even at some point I'll do some beginner videos like this is how you play Magic.
Oh, that's a cool idea.
And if you're in London over the GP and you do listen and you want to meet up, then drop me an email and we can maybe go for a beer after the Friday or Saturday night.
Yeah. Oh, that would be cool. We can get BeardWag t-shirts.
But I think we should.
Okay. Cool. BeardWags@gmail.com, by the way.
Yeah.
My next question was thoughts on the event as a whole, but I think we've pretty much covered that.
Yeah, I would say Channel Fireball, who organised it,
Yeah.
American company, a lot of pros work for them. Well organised. The side events are always going to be a bit hard to organise because it's making room for them and stuff, but there was sort of organised side events, so at 2 o'clock there's a standard 5-round tournament.
Yeah.
But then all weekend you have single elimination tournaments that fire off as soon as 8 people register.
Oh, cool.
So you just go, right, I want to draft, here's my money. As soon as 8 people have signed up, they sit you at a table, you play. If you lose, you're out.
That's really, I mean, the worry for maybe some people would be, oh, there's going to be a lot of waiting around for my turn, but it doesn't seem like there is any because you just go and play in other things.
Yeah, during happy hour, which was a $5 off all side events. So you just go, I want to play standard. It cost £3 because it was £8 normally. £5 off is £3. If you lose round one, you can normally get back in time.
And
to
you know what? You get the cards anyway. For how many packs do you get?
This one was standard, so you had to have your own deck.
Okay,
but
yeah.
the drafts were, after the £5 off, they were £8. So £8 for 3 boosters, and a tournament isn't bad. There was chaos drafts. I have a little story. I won't say the name because he's the guy I went with, Mike. His buddy was there as well, and we actually played a trios tournament together.
You were like, I won't say his name. But it's
no, Mike. No, but his friend.
I see. Oh,
I'm sure Mike won't mind. I think Mike listens, and I went up with Mike, who's a guy I met at A&B.
Hi, Mike.
Hello, Mike. We met at A&B, and he plays Magic quite competitively, and we're going to meet up and test new decks and stuff. And he's always, if I message him and be like, "What do you think of this?" he'll always answer. His friend was there, and he signed up to a Chaos Draft. And for those that don't know, a Chaos Draft it can be booster packs from any set.
Oh, cool.
So unlike the current draft format is Dragons of Tarkir, Fate Reforged. At this one, it could be anything. And I've heard some people complain about Chaos Drafts at GPs because some people like at other events, I only got one. There was only like 2 boosters that weren't in standard. This wasn't like that. I didn't see one Dragons of Tarkir booster. Now, there was an Alliances booster opened and a Force of Will card. For those that know Force of Will, it's a great legacy card. Discard a blue card, counter target spell. Very, very overpowered.
Is it a ban? No, it can't be a banned card because opened it.
It's not banned. It's in Legacy basically. So for people that play Legacy, it's there. It's probably £150 worth of card.
Really?
Maybe a bit less, but it was brand new from booster.
Wow.
Not many of those boosters get opened anymore, so a mint one straight out of the packet is worth a lot.
You want to sleeve up that bad boy straight away.
Well, he didn't open it either. The person next to him opened it, obviously didn't know what it was, and passed it to him in the draft.
Oh no.
So he was like, holy shit, I've just been passed this card. And he was so giddy. Like,
was he?
Well,
Did he feel guilty that the other person didn't get it first? I guess, like, you wouldn't, because that person, it's up to them to
Do you know what? At a store level, at the store we occasionally organise just casual drafts for fun, I would give that card back. I would say to the person next to me, I've done it before, I've been like, are you sure you want to pass me this card? Because we're playing for fun, you draft for value as opposed to build the best deck.
Yeah.
If you're drafting competitively, you would pass rares that are worth a lot if there's a better card.
Yeah.
At the store, if you open a fetch land, you're going to be like, well, that's value, I'll keep it.
Yeah.
So there's been times when I've been passed one and been like, are you sure you want to pass this to me? At a tournament, sorry, if you passed it, you passed it.
Yeah,
like,
it's competitive.
It's kind of, I may have felt bad for a brief second because they didn't know what they were passing.
Yeah.
But if you're going to go to a Magic event, a little bit
sorry,
of knowledge.
You passed it.
Well, this person who passed it was there with their friend. They could have even just leant over and gone, can you help me? Because it's the side events aren't like overly competitive rules enforcement. It's F&M rules enforcement, basically.
Yeah.
So it's more about having fun than competitive, whereas obviously the main event was...
Sure.
Yeah.
But still, it's
I'd have kept it. I'm sorry, but you should know
£150 worth of card. Are you kidding me?
It might be less, but I mean, we're talking over 100 for that card. And it made his weekend, and it'd have made mine. I'd have just been like...
You'd have been like, thanks, fuckers, thrown up a V sign and left. Brilliant. My last question, which I think I'll skip because you've already said, what will you do differently next time? And I think you've said, not try and be cocky. Not try and be cocky. Play cards that are... Sorry, build a deck that's not trying to put in all the best of everything, but more focused on the few things that are good.
Well, let me tell you about pre-release, because I figure it's going to come up.
Yeah, yeah.
So for those that are in the know, the weekend just gone was the pre-release event for Dragons of Tarkir.
As someone who doesn't know that much about Magic, I'll explain what pre-release is based on what I think it is.
Yeah.
So it is a worldwide series of events based on different places that stock Magic the Gathering and are registered to hold them, which are basically a chance to get your hands on some of the cards and boosters from that block before they're actually released.
That's right,
to the public.
A week early, yeah. You get a seeded box.
And it's a competition as well, like you play.
Yeah, it's designed more for fun.
Yeah.
But there are some stores that run it quite competitively, but not the one I go to. But we still get a good turnout. You get 5 boosters. So in this one, we got 4 Dragons of Tarkir, 1 Fate Reforged, and then you get a seeded booster geared towards your colour choice.
Cool.
The colour choices in the new Dragons of Tarkir, they're 2 colours as well instead of 3, which I prefer. The 3 colours in Khans of Tarkir just wasn't doing it for me. So you've got green-white, which is Dramoka, white-blue, which is Ajutai, blue-black, which is Simulgar, black-red, which is Colligan, and red-green, which is Ataka.
Why is it not the clans of the last time?
So in the storyline,
yeah,
Sarkhan comes to... this is my understanding, and if there's anyone listening who knows more than me about the storyline, then feel free to correct me, but this is my
feel free to collect me.
Collect me.
Like the collector.
Maybe. So he goes to Tarkir and he finds that all the dragons are gone.
Gutted.
My understanding is they were killed by Nicol Bolas. I could be wrong.
Nicolas Cage, yes.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage killed them. He goes back in time and stops the dragons from dying. He frees Ugin and stops the dragons from being killed.
Oh, cool.
So in the current timeline, the clans are ruled by dragons as well.
Oh, wow.
And they don't align with their enemies anymore. So the colours have changed slightly for the types that are in it.
I like that.
It's pretty cool. And also, because when rotation starts happening, it's now 2 blocks instead of 3.
Yeah.
Khans of Tarkir and Fate Reforged will go before Dragons of Tarkir. So you're going to have Dragons of Tarkir, which is 2 colours. If they'd have made it 3 colours, it wouldn't have worked as well. So getting it down to 2 colours is more consistent, so that when you start drafting it, the new draft format is Dragons, Fate instead of Dragons, Fate, cards.
Dragons,
Dragons,
Fate.
The dragon.
Let's start a rock band.
We should, totally.
Called
You've
Dragons.
got the drums.
Yeah.
I've got the balls.
You've got the voice and the balls.
So
Dragons.
I played 4 colours, 4 of the different colour boxes. The only one I didn't choose was Dramoka because I wasn't too keen on it.
That's a big spend.
It is a big spend.
Yeah.
But
worth it.
I love pre-releases.
I went to one and I came 4th, believe it or not. I remember,
did?
which was
good
I think, a bit of a stroke of luck. But it was awesome. And each box is how much money?
It depends where you go, but they're anywhere between 20 and 25.
And it's good. Like you get like some what do you get?
You get a dated promo card.
Yeah, that's it.
And you get your boosters and stuff. So Friday night, I went Colligan, black red.
Yep.
Built a very consistent deck. I opened the Dragon Lord, the Elder Dragon Lord, the Mythic Rare as my dated.
Sure.
I got 2 Siddisis. The new Sidisi lets you exploit another card, and if you do...
What does exploit mean?
Exploit means sacrifice another creature.
Okay.
So I play Sidisi, sacrifice another creature.
Yeah.
You can search your deck for any card.
Wow.
So I had 2 of those, and the Dragon Lord, and another dragon, and another way to search the dragon. So most of my wins came from Sidisi, exploiting another creature to search out the Dragon Lord, cast the Dragon Lord, and there aren't too many ways to deal with the Dragon Lords in this format.
Yeah.
So yeah, that won me the game.
Wicked.
And then on the Saturday, what did I go on Saturday? Was this Saturday? I opened an Ajutai box, which is blue-white, but I actually ended up playing Dramoka green-white.
How?
Because I had better cards in my
boosters.
boosters.
I see, yeah.
My seeded was okay. My boosters were better, and that deck was kind of built around Anafenza.
Okay.
The new Anafenza puts counters on creatures, so whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield, you get to put a counter on it.
Oh, cool.
I also had the new Shaman of the Forgotten Ways, I believe it's called. That guy.
Or have you forgotten?
He lets you... Yeah, it's Forgotten Ways. He adds 2 mana of any colour to your mana pool to only cast creatures. And I also had Surak the Hunt Caller, which is formidable and at the beginning of combat
It's
on your
formidable
turn,
a move?
an
ability. It's not like you were just being very articulate.
No, formidable. When you have 8 power across all your creatures, you activate formidable.
Ooh.
On Surak, when you activate it, target creature you control gains haste. So if you've got formidable, you get haste. So
okay.
For those of you at home, you can't see, but you can see some of the cards I opened up on the weekend. I
remember I looked the other day when we were playing Zombicide.
On Sunday. Yeah.
Colligan was the one I was checking out.
Should I tell you how I did? Midnight pre-release, there was 14 of us. I came first.
Nice.
Saturday pre-release, I came second out of 8. Not too many people.
Well, should have been first, but I still love you.
Sunday, I opened up a Simulgar box. Was it Simulgar? I'm pretty sure it was. No, I opened a Tarkir. I played because I got the Dragon Lord.
Yeah.
And I also...
no,
it's fine.
Okay.
I opened up another Sidisi, so I splashed black. So I actually played Jund, which is black, red, green. That's the Jund colours.
That splash black makes me splash my white.
The Dragon Lord in red-green seems absurd in sealed or booster draft because he's an 8/8 flyer with trample.
All right.
And when he enters the battlefield, he deals 5 damage divided as you choose.
That's the biggest fuck you I've ever heard in a single card.
So he hits the ground and you just go, I kill most of your creatures and then I attack.
And you're reading again, you're like, what's this ability? Oh yeah, make opposing player cry because of what I've just done.
I also opened up the normal Ataka as well, the non-legendary ones. So the 2 of them, not normal Ataka actually. I opened up a dragon that when he attacks, he gives you 6 mana, 3 green, 3 red, and
nice.
It doesn't empty from your mana pool, so it carries over to your second main.
That's really good.
And in that one, I came first.
Well,
So
that's
it's good
not
fun.
surprising.
It's funny. My last opponent, I played 3 rounds. There was 4 rounds. The first 3 I went 2 wins and a draw.
Yeah.
The other guy playing had 3 wins.
Yeah.
If I beat him, it meant that he'd have 3 wins and a loss, and I'd have 3 wins and a draw. And a draw obviously is better than a loss.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I beat him on the second game. So we didn't go to 3 games. We only went to 2.
Sure.
On the second game, he didn't draw much mana. And then afterwards, he was saying, "Oh, I don't consider it a victory if I beat someone because they didn't draw enough mana, enough land."
What, he said that to you?
Yeah, and I was like, "Okay, but it was your choice to keep a hand that didn't have enough
He
land
could
in
have
it."
mulliganed.
He could have mulliganed. Also, it's the variance of the game. Like he could. I don't understand how you can say you don't consider it a victory because unfortunately you were stupid enough to keep those cards. I was smart enough to keep the cards I had. Admittedly, I kind of steamrolled him, but he was stuck on 1 land for ages, and that's not. And he was like, "I don't consider it a victory," and I was like, "Well, it's funny how."
Well, what were you expected to do? Just say, "Oh, there, come on."
You only drew 1 land. I'll let you take a couple of turns. No, I just said to him at the end, "Well, I consider it a victory. You're in second place. I'm in first place. You're only moaning
did he
because
come
you lost."
second?
Yeah, because I went 3 wins and a draw, and he went 3 wins and a loss. And a draw ranks better than a loss. So
yeah.
he wasn't happy.
It's not a regular store goer then.
I've seen him a couple of times. He seems like an okay guy. It was just this one comment, and I was a bit like,
"Don't let anyone take your victory away from you, Steve.
No.
You're my boy."
Yeah, but it's just like someone said to me at F&M recently, "Oh, you shouldn't
Nice
be playing."
dick.
Yeah.
Just
Hey-o.
completely unrelated.
Yeah.
You just wanted to talk about your perfect dick.
Yeah. He was like, "Nice cock, Steve." And I was like, "Thank you." I often walk around with it hanging out at tournaments.
Getting hard.
And he said, your decks are too strong. Like you shouldn't be playing such powerful decks against newer players because they might not want to come back. And I was like, well, I'm a prime example of the opposite of that. I played really strong decks and I wanted to build one that could beat theirs.
Yeah.
And also, if I walked in one day and there was only new people there, I'd be tempted to sit it out. But there's always other people there that play as much as I do.
I mean, if you went in and there was only new people there, and this is just based on how well I know you, I think you would sit it out and spend your time helping the newer players rather than trying to crush them with your huge magic cock.
I'm always going to play when there are other people there that play as much as I do. If there's someone there that I know has a decent deck, why should I sit it out and let them play,
Well, when I went, I was new, and I just asked people, and they were all of them. Everyone I played with, everyone I spoke to was just really helpful.
Everyone is really helpful.
Yeah.
And we're trying to organise enough casual events that people who don't want to play like that can. Like today we ran Pauper, which is commons
I like
only.
that one.
You can only build a deck with commons. We do a lot of Commander now. We're organising drafts for fun. So there's lots. We're trying to organise as much so that we cater to all the different tastes.
Yeah. Well, good. So you had a good pre-release weekend.
I enjoyed it. I opened some good cards. I had good fun. I managed to get hold of a playset of Myth Realised, which is a 1-drop white.
What's it called?
Myth Realised.
Myth Realised.
Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you put a counter on it, and you can turn it into a creature with power and toughness equal to the number of counters on it.
Okay.
My modern deck doesn't play any creatures. It only plays spells.
Yeah.
It's black-white tokens built around the event deck, but changed quite a bit.
Sure.
And I'm going to put a couple in there and see how it goes, because you can just play a lot of spells and put loads of counters on it and then go, it swings for big,
Oh.
It might not work, but I managed to get a playset, so it could be fun.
Yeah, I think so. It sounds cool.
I don't play tons of modern, but as soon as I know how to drive, I'll be driving to more events anyway. So.
Yeah. I think I haven't played in a while. Like I've been to the store once and I haven't gone back purely because, and not because I don't want to. It's just quite a nerve-wracking thing to do. I know I'm not like, oh, they're going to be mean to me and throw mud in my face, like, because they'll all be really nice, like they were on pre-release. But I don't know. I just don't think I am good enough to be joining in. But then that's the problem. That's a wrong thing to think.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think for the purposes of this podcast, you're going to have to come.
Yeah.
Not just for Magic,
but for research purposes.
Well, if Magic is daunting, Thursday is casual. We play D&D and stuff. So
I definitely want, next time you start a new D&D campaign, I want to roll up a character.
Definitely. So you should come to more Magic just because it's fun.
Yeah.
And to be honest, like I said, it doesn't have to be F&M. It doesn't have to be competitive. It can be casual. It can be fun. Pauper's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Commander's a hell of a lot of fun.
I've never played either of those, but I think the Pauper one really interests me because a lot of times I've played, I've drawn a hand and I've relied solely on one card, which is a risky thing to do. But with Pauper, I think it's harder to do that.
Pauper's fun. We'll play out some Pauper. I built 3 Pauper decks. So.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, okay.
And Commander, you'll have to come down one, weekend when you're not doing stuff and just play Commander with a group of us. Because again, I've got 3 Commander decks, so
I can just use one.
It's worth saying now.
Yeah.
And we promote the website a lot, but I'm going to promote myself here.
Yeah.
If you are into Magic and you want to talk about Magic, there's the email address. There's my Twitter, which is at GaiaTheory.
Gaia Theory.
Gaia Theory. Also, Instagram, Gaia Theory. I tweet a lot of pictures of Magic stuff.
Instagram, you kind of pretty much, not completely, but it kind of exclusively dedicate to Magic.
It's a lot of Magic. There's a few other geeky bits and pieces on there. It is my personal one, but because I do a lot of Magic, I tweet a lot about Magic and I find other people that do.
Yeah.
I would say it's my gaming. It's more about gaming, but looking back over the last couple of pages, it is most exclusively Magic. So it's, if you want to talk about it, you've got those ways. If you want to see pictures, then you can.
Of Magic, not of Steve. Like,
there might be some of me.
He's a handsome man, beard or no beard.
There's I tell you what, one of my favourite things from the weekend, I managed to acquire 6 more full art lands from Unhinged.
Oh, wow.
How
did you get hold of them?
I had a foil Monastery Mentor.
Did you trade then?
I did, yeah, and I traded for one of each of the full art lands and an extra island. And I'm going to get what Ali really likes them.
Yeah, they're really. People can't see obviously because it's audible, but Steve's basically has a folder. A lot of Magic players do have a folder of their rares and mythic rares. Blah 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 blah. They're cards that are more collectible than playable. And Steve has just shown me his whole page of full art lands, which are very nice.
Ali likes them, so I'm going to take one of each: Plains, Swamp, Island, Mountain, the other one, Forest, and get them framed.
Oh, that's nice.
Because they're my favourite. John Avon is the master.
Have you ever tried to get Ali into playing?
No, she's not interested.
Really?
She'll play Zombicide. She'll play Settlers of Catan. Magic, it doesn't do it for her, which is fair enough.
This is what correct me if I'm wrong. I think I've run out of beer. We've nearly 40 minutes. I'm happy to draw this episode to a close.
Yeah.
Unless you want to, but I've got ideas for the next one because there's topics I want to go on to that I think would be here for another hour if we started today.
Magic related.
Yeah.
Well, how about we maybe make mini Magic episodes once every month or something?
I'm happy with that
because there's new stuff coming out. Like I would go to the website beardwags.com. For a start, I'm going to share some pictures of some of the stuff I got from pre-release.
Yeah.
I'll share some pictures of Liverpool that I took.
Do like an intro blog post.
Yeah, I'll do the intro and then I'll do some Magic stuff. But also, what I'll probably do is review some of my favourite cards from the new set and ones that I think are playable.
Yeah.
And you're right. I could talk about Magic for longer, but this seems like a good stopping point.
I think a teaser for next time, if you're cool with this, is I think it's worth talking about how and why you got into Magic.
Yeah,
because that needs a lot of time dedicated to it.
I was meant to do that here, but completely. Let's do that next time.
Yeah, because we've talked about Grand Prix and the pre-release, which is a good competitive episode kind of thing, and also something that really gets you go, which I'm scared to even say because I know how passionate you are about it. The way women Magic players are treated.
Yeah, it is a passion of mine. I before we end. Good point. I think there needs to be more female players involved, and I do have some opinions on that, so I'll share them next time.
There is, from what I understand of what Steve's told me, there's quite a lot of prejudice and sexism.
Same in video
female.
games as well. Gamergate is just an example of the misogynistic view of women in gaming, which I don't share at all.
Yeah,
I've never been one of these people that feels like I have to be going out with a gamer. Like, there are some guys like, I'd only date a girl that's into the same stuff as me. I that.
I find it interesting that our girlfriends like different stuff to us as well as some of the same stuff.
I like that she'll play
it's a challenge,
some games, but on the other hand, there are some things that you want to have that are yours.
Yeah.
Like, before we go,
yeah,
I just want to give a shout out to a few people that got me into Magic and playing Magic. I'll talk about them more next time when I
I
talk
think
about how I got into it.
I think it's definitely worth allowing a whole episode for your story because it's a doozy.
I'll say now, A&B Games, Anna and Bo that run it, great people,
Mad props,
amazing.
guys.
My friend Chris, who got me to go to the store, he doesn't play Magic so much, but he's into it. James and Roy, who I played like the first couple of times. The guys that I play with mostly now, Sam, Roy still, Joel, Jake, Mike, who came to the tournament with me. Thanks, Mike. Will be going to London as well. Is there anyone else that comes regularly? Richard, who played a lot. I think those are sort of the main people I see a lot of. If there's anyone I forgot, then when I come to the store, remind me. But thanks, guys, for getting me into the game and encouraging me to be passionate about it.
It is, I think, the thing you're most passionate about at the moment.
Yeah.
Apart from, like, obviously Ali and things like that.
Magic the Gathering and comic books are like up there as the things I enjoy
You
the
cannot
most.
just ignore your girlfriend, especially after I've just mentioned her.
Yeah, but that goes without saying.
Phew, good save.
I thought that like Ali just would automatically.
She does it. Charlie and Ali don't listen to these anyway. The only way that Charlie's listened is like because I've been playing it, listening to make sure there's no mistakes in the audio.
Ali is always my biggest priority and the person who I care about the most, and then after that comes Magic and comic books.
Okay, I guess I'm fourth.
You think highly of yourself.
You're not even in the top 50, motherfucker.
Thank you very much for listening. If you've got any feedback, beardwags@gmail.com.
Yeah.
At BeardWags on Twitter. If you need to hit me up personally, at Gaia Theory on Twitter and Instagram. And really, we want you to email. We like hearing from you. So please do. I want to talk about Magic. And
it's interesting to hear because not only is it an interesting subject matter, but because you speak about it with passion and you do know what you're talking about, and you know it's kind of like following you on your journey to be a better player, even though you're not a bad player at the moment. So it's going to be interesting to listen to your story of the next tournament, and I think you're going to do a lot better.
I hope so. I will blog about it. But yeah, I mean, get in touch. And also, if you're interested in play testing for London and you're on the South Coast, or you're interested in coming to the South Coast, again, get in touch. We will be trying to run some play test groups before then.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for listening.
That's it from us for now. We've got some more episodes coming, more bonus episodes in the future. Keep it real, keep it tight.
Don't try and make taglines.
I just love taglines.
That was bad. Goodbye.
I'm loving it.